Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah and I'm a fluid figurative artist, but this week I'll be showing you how I do some of my favorite abstract pieces. Now, a lot of people have done a lot of abstract works, but I think mine will be very different. As you can see for my base, I actually did an abstract piece using brushes, actually just one brush, and then I just tried to stroke it out, and I thought that's very simple and cool, but then what if I can do that with fluid art techniques, and that is with the swipe technique. So I'm trying to make this look as natural as possible, like a continuous brush stroke, but it's not. To pull something so natural, you have to really understand brushstrokes and the way waves move and the movement of flows. Otherwise, the stroke they're trying to create will be very stiff. So in order to avoid that, we have to make sure that we really know how waves work. And that is why I've been practicing with a lot of brush strokes on so many canvases, which you wouldn't see here. So now let me just prepare my base. This is of a natural, it's not natural, but it's light grayish purplish base that I have here. And as you can see, there are a lot of lumps and clumps inside of it. So I'll be taking out with the tweezer so that the surface will be nice and flat and even. Now, while we have some time here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button for new updates from me. I know I'm a bit slow because I multitask and have a lot of side jobs to make up for my art. But apart from that, I'll try to post as much as I can. And I thank you all for always sticking around with me. So, thank you. Okie dokie, this is part one because I've made a few errors while trying to create that beautiful perfect brush strokes, and that is why this will be divided into a few parts where you can see how I tweak and make everything better. So here I've mixed my metallic colors. I'm using Arteza and there is green and orange, and then I coat the back of my palette knife with white. This is just Amsterdam white with no floral nor silicone oil to create natural cells. So I like the cells here, but it's not very formed and it's sort of flowery because the paint must be too thin. So but it's okay, we'll just see how this go at the end of it. So here I've created a really dark burgundy color, and then I placed the orange and green too. Now, one thing about working with metallics that you have to understand that it really creates a lot of cells in your work. So the ratio must be accurate or, slightly thicker, but mine was pretty watery because I'm used to it that way, and this is the result of it. So I think if is this is thicker, it might look nicer, but I've done it, so let's just stick with it. Now this burgundy color is very beautiful. I like the lacing that happened and the cell too, but I don't think it goes with that green there. So yeah, I'm not really sure about this one, but I tried to fix it as much as I can. So yeah. Now can you see this beautiful wave? So this is understanding wave and the manipulation of paints to form waves. So I think it's pretty cool. But I was still not happy with this piece, so I kept tweaking. Just joking. I've been wanting to do that, and because tweaking sounds like twerking. So anyway, back to this piece. Now, when you guys are doing the swipe, you've got to make sure that you swipe it carefully. Otherwise, you might spoil the overall composition of the work that you're doing on. If you're just going to swipe through everything, I mean, that's fine if it is just straight line. But if you want to form shapes using swiping, then, of course, we have to make sure that the shape turns out beautifully. Now, as I torch this, I know there'll be a lot of cells and air bubbles popping out because the pieces are really thin. So after torching it, I really dislike all these tiny cells. Like, it looks really gross, especially in this burgundy color. So I try to tweak it a little bit more, but then as I do it, I find that I'm taking off a lot of the main colors. So Yeah, I don't really like this first piece, to be honest. I think the colors just does not mix. And please let me know what you think at the comment section. I would like to hear your opinions too. So for me, I think this is a no-go, but I just kept trying anyway. I thought since I've already ruined this piece, might as well just play around and see what I can create with it and what I can't create with it. Okay, can you see the cells just popping out of nowhere? It's because my paints, especially the base colors, are just too thin. But I don't like this color combo because when you're playing with gray background, especially a gray purple background, the colors tend to be dirty looking. So I didn't like it, and now I'm just gonna scrape everything away and try to fix the bottom part again. So here I have my base color. Not much of it, but we're gonna see what I can do with it anyway. So let me just spread them out. Let's try some gold here. Okay, my gold is really thin. Never mind. Let's try and see, and then let's wipe it again. As you can see, I did not torch it anymore. I didn't even bother to do it because I'm just gonna test run this one to see if it goes well. It goes well. If not, then that's fine. I do like how the sharp part joined together with the orange. I think that's pretty cool. So it's like a wave, you know? And then on top here, I practice how to weave my wave together. But I did like the burgundy color on this light gray, yeah, light gray purplish background. So I scrape everything again, and we're gonna do part two. Welcome to part two. I don't know if you noticed this, but the background color is slightly more pinkish this time. So I'm gonna blow everything down again. Again, this is grayish pinkish color, but it's way different than the purple one before that. So I'm just gonna spray out my paints as the usual and make sure that if there are any lumps or clumps in it that you have to take it out. So this is a very good practice of blowing paints in the direction that you want. So I'm taking my time with it, and because I didn't mix enough paints as well, that is why I'm trying to spread it as thin as I can. Next step, don't forget to torch. So I'm torching this as much as I can because I don't want any tiny cells to form in the brush strokes. So I'm torching this as much as I can. Now I've mixed a new set of colors. This is rosy or rosewood red. So it looks like brown, but it's not. Trust me, when you see the final end product, you'll be so blown away by the color. And here I have some really cool blue and lime yellow by Arteza, and then I pour my white on it as well. So this color combination is really weird. It's very unique. I'm not even sure this would turn out nicely because of this really peculiar red color, but the end result will really shock you as it did me. So please stay tuned to the end of this video. You will be amazed by this beautiful red tone. But for now, just sit back and just try to enjoy the whole process, because this looks like a really ugly color to play with, but it's not. So every time when you pour a paint, you must always think of the end result, like how it's going to turn out to be, when it dries. Because when the paints are wet, it may look but then when it dries, it look wow. So you have to have that factor thought beforehand too when you paint. So here I'm just taking risks with all these colors. Since I'm really taking a lot of risk with the background too, I thought let's just play with color and do something really unique and cool and different. So here I am swiping it as gentle as I can. Now I really love this blue on this red. This look like a terracotta brown color, but as I said, it's not. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep these colors because I think they're very unique. And then try to play with the flow of the paints. Okay, there are a lot of the redwood red color, so I try to make it a little bit more colorful. And since I have that green and orange in hand, I thought let's just take a swipe at it. Now can you see it looks way much nicer now with a little bit more colors in it. So as I said, these are metallic paints, so when it dries, they're gonna turn out so beautiful. But for now, we just got to bear with the mundane color of it being wet. Here I'm starting with white again, because I want the white to be the main essence of the brush stroke. Get it? Brush stroke in the inverted commas. I still don't like the end of this, so I'm just gonna pour more whites and pour more colors, and hopefully that the wave part becomes more outstanding. So torch it. And for the fun part, I'm going to swipe it. So as you can see, I'm planning my next move because I don't want to waste more paints. And voila! I like how the cells just pop out, but I don't really like the composition, so I'm just going to scrape it again. And now I think I made things worse. So I will try to fix it, obviously, because you can see like a unity of brush stroke, right? You see many brush strokes. Okay, this is way much better. Now the stroke is more curvy. And then I'm going to extend the white to make it look like the ribbon is tilting the other side. Okay, I sort of like the bottom part now, but I don't like the top part because it looks like a C, but then if you look in the area that I'm standing, it looked like the alphabet U. So I was still not satisfied with this piece. But when I off the camera, because it was time for lunch, it was way past my lunchtime, I went out and then I came back. I didn't like the top part, so I readjusted again without recording. Forgive me for that. I thought I would scrape this whole piece off, but I managed to change it a little bit and making the top part wavy. So this is the final end result. Ta-da! It's so gorgeous, isn't it? This is really simple. I just scrape the top part and then I put white on top and just blow it out into a wave, and that's it. But look at the red as I said, it's not just any brown color, it's actually red. So when it dries, the effects of this is just so amazing. Okay, I usually don't do this, but I need to do this video for you because, oh, look at my hair. I look like a lion. But anyway, I need to do this because there's something wrong with my video editor tool, and because of that, I cannot really show you the painting well. So I'm just going to show you here with me. Can you see? Ta-da! Now this painting is gorgeous. As I said, the red is not brown, it's red. So here's the color. It's really amazing. This red tone is very earthly and just so gorgeous. And look at the colors here too, the rainbow colors here. So do not be fooled by this piece. It may look like meh when I was pouring it and swiping it, but the end result is just so beautiful. Anyway, hope you guys love this piece, and I'll see you guys again next week. Bye.